that's a good question. So many things. I think of family, I think of transparency.
The first thing that comes to mind for me is stability.
Family.
A phone booth.
I think of the culture.
Microsoft.
Dedication.
Voice over the internet.
A large chunk of my life.
Work.
Selling more.
The people. I think
I would say family.
The people I work with. The
integrity.
I think a team.
I love to travel. I love trying new restaurants.
So I had just recently moved to Florida, so I've been going out and just exploring more of my city.
Yard work, housework, and mountain biking.
I have a 3-year-old, so my free time typically includes a lot of Mickey Mouse, Cocomelon, Jump World.
Paintball. I'm kind of all over the country, mostly West Coast.
I coach my kids' sports.
I'm usually playing with my dog, walking my dog, or doing something related to my dog, Ziggy. You can see him. There he is.
The office, like a physical office that I can bring this dude. The game room's pretty nice too, but Eddie loves being here to see all his friends.
My favorite part of the office is just being here, getting to see people ride around with the scooters. And
Oh, I love the massage chairs.
Massage chair.
great to have in the break room.
It's got to be the break room.
Dartboard.
Because this is a great place to work. The people are great. I love my team and all the other people.
Why not CallTower?
Because you acquired One Street Networks. CallTower has a phenomenal go-to-market model.
Why not CallTower? Honestly, it's been a big part of my life for almost 9 years. I don't see myself anywhere else.
I would say just probably the diversity of solutions we have to offer.
CallTower, when we first met, really gave me a great feeling of family. Again, the integrity. We are an organization that really prides itself on the employee, taking care of the employee, and being family oriented.
CallTower, because I feel like CallTower has given me such a great opportunity as far as my job outlook. It's given me ample amount of real opportunities to grow myself in this career.
Because I get a lot of fulfillment in what I do.
It's just very welcoming. I first joined CallTower about 3 years ago, and I had no knowledge of the telecom world. And the minute I joined, I was very welcoming. Everyone was so nice. Even to this day, I can go to any person that I've never spoken to in CallTower, let's say, ask them a question, and they're easily, going to help me out.
Gosh. I was the president of the high school band.
I come from a very large, very, very large family. My grandma, my mother's side, had 17 kids. And then on my father's side is I've got 11 uncles and aunts. So I have 27 uncles and aunts still alive today. And you multiply that by probably 50 or 60 cousins, direct straight cousins. Big family, but my mom's like, 2 kids, that's enough for her.
Oh goodness. So right after my parents were married, the Army sent my dad overseas. So I was born on a U.S. Army base in Bremerhaven, West Germany, and I lived in Germany until I was about 10 months old. So I have photos of myself and my parents all over Europe when I was just a baby. But I haven't left U.S. soil ever since.
I like to sleep on my stomach.
No one at CallTower. I talk a lot to the marketing team, so they probably know a lot. Probably a lot of the company may not know that I've lived in 13 states in the US and 3 countries.
I didn't learn English, even though I was born in New Jersey, until I was 4 years old. So when I wanted to even play with the kids across the street, my mom would actually have to go and translate for me and say that, my son wants to play with your son, because I didn't know any English.
I have 5 sisters.
All the dogs. Cooper, Eddie, Izzy, and of course my baby, Emery.
What? Is this real? Is this a fake question? Did you make this up? Corinne, this isn't a real question. I refuse to answer. I plead the fifth.
You!
That could get us into some trouble.
No kidding.
Can we say it depends on the day?
Well, for me, when I, from a sales perspective, I would say Doug Peters.
My favorite employee at CallTower. I don't know if I can answer that one.
Oh, how dare you! I have a lot of favorites. I also have not favorites. I'm just kidding. Of course, everybody loves the marketing team. However, training is closely behind them as the favorites. Can I say Cooper? Cooper, when he comes in, he's a good boy and fun.
Oh, this is hard. There's so many good ones, and there's so many that I don't like. No, I'm kidding. The favorite employee, I gotta say Doug Larson. He's my favorite employee. And I gotta tell you why. If you ever seen Doug dance, if you ever go to a Channel Partners event, you gotta see Doug Larson dance. He is the best dancer that we have in the company. So that's why he's my favorite employee.
Andy Ramos.
I really am a big fan of everyone on my team, but Shauna hired me at CallTower. She's been with me for 5.5 years, and she's just like the best manager director in the world. So
Kate Herbert.
Well, I would have to say the person that I'm speaking to. So it could be anyone. In that moment, if I'm speaking to you, you could be my very favorite person.
Who's my favorite employee at CallTower? I'm gonna go with Corinne. How about that? I turned it around on you, Corinne.
Beth Peters. She's the best sales ops manager I've ever worked with.
My favorite employee at CallTower? Oh, wow. Right now, I will have to say Jordan Corona.
My favorite employee? Boy, that's a toss-up between probably Rubio and Chris Lee.
That's probably got to be Brian.
My favorite employee? everybody in the marketing team. I would say I have to give shout out to definitely in direct sales. Sam, Jack, Nicole, Shauna, Cade, Tonya, Shayla, Madison, you, Kareen. And definitely everybody that I work with and see on a daily basis, I would say is my favorite person.
Fun fact about me, I think many people know this, but I'm extremely competitive. My kids won't play too many games with me because I'm way too competitive.
I know 3.5 languages: Armenian, Russian, English, and half Spanish.
Fun fact about me, right out of college, I moved to Montana for my first job, never being there before, as a news reporter, and I was a news reporter for 3 years.
I'm really, really good on the hoverboard.
There are many providers out there, and everyone promises the world, and at the end of the day, they all fall short. So when I came to CallTower, what I was looking for is a great culture, a great family, and also great services that they can back up on what they promise their customers and partners. And that's the reason why I'm here, and this is the reason why I'm still here and not have to quit or anything else.
Yeah, so Sam Barron, I've known him for a long time. We're from the same hometown, and he called me during the pandemic and kind of pitched me on CallTower. I worked in the telecom industry for probably about 3 years at that point. But everything he told me about what we were doing from a direct sales standpoint to the solutions that we were offering with Teams Direct Routing, that was initially why I made the jump, and I'm really happy I did. We've continued to grow since was July of 2020 that I came on. So we are now offering, Teams Operator Connect, Zoom, Cisco WebEx calling. And then just overall, I think the culture here is great. Came for the technology and stayed for the people, I guess.
The culture, it's, most of the time, everybody's willing to help another person. We're all kind of shooting for the same end goal. And it's really, and the customers come back, or they stay, I should say, it's just because they know that they can pick up the phone and get somebody to help, and they're not going through a huge menu and they're waiting and, all of those things. So it's, it's really nice to be a part of.
I chose CallTower. Back in the day, we were a much different company than what we are right now. I think I've been instrumental and one of the people to help grow CallTower correctly with some of the other people that have been here for a long time. Not just talking in senior management, but even some of the great employees that we've had overall. And it's home, it's family. That's why I stay.
So I chose CallTower a long time ago, 7 years, like I said. I wanted to get out of public accounting, move into industry. This seemed like a good company. I stay at CallTower because I enjoy who I work for. I like my boss, and Brett's a good CEO to work for, and I feel like I can contribute.
My favorite season? Fall.
Summer.
I like the summer, but fall, I just think it's probably the most pretty season there is.
I'm a winter girl.
Favorite season for me is probably fall.
Favorite sport would be basketball.
Favorite sport, without a doubt, if anyone knows me, it's football.
Golf and basketball.
If I had to pick one, probably football.
Basketball.
Basketball.
Tennis. Probably golf.
My favorite food is hands down pasta, and all my dogs have been named after pasta.
And my favorite food's got to be a cheeseburger.
Oh, there is nothing I don't like. The list is very long. We don't have enough time to name it all, but I love a great big home-cooked Italian meal.
My favorite food, and this is biased, is Peruvian food. I am Peruvian, so Peruvian food is always going to be the best. If you ever have the opportunity to go try some, I highly recommend.
Pizza.
Italian.
Hamburgers.
Italian food, steak. I love cooking, so it's hard for me to be like, oh, I love this food.